In this video, we'll be taking a look at 2 NBA games happening on November 23, 2024, and providing you with free team picks and total picks for each one of those games, so 4 picks in total. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released, so that you have more time to plan out your bets as we provide these videos on a daily basis. I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on these 2 NBA games after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start, if you would like to gain access to our best exclusive sports picks to take your journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below where we offer our best single picks, parlay picks, and much more. Now let's get started. New York Knicks versus Utah Jazz. This interconference clash on the hardwood pits 2 teams eager to secure a victory as they face off in the Beehive State. The New York Knicks are set to hit the road, taking on the Utah Jazz in an intriguing Saturday afternoon showdown. The Knicks are riding high after a dominant 138-122 victory over the Phoenix Suns on Wednesday night, easily covering the spread as 4.5-point favorites. Conversely, the Utah Jazz stumbled in their latest outing, suffering a 126-118 road loss to the San Antonio Spurs on Thursday night, failing to cover the line as 3-point underdogs. Historically, the Jazz hold a narrow 55-53 edge in the all-time regular season series, but the Knicks emerged victorious in their most recent meeting, a 118-103 home win on January 30, 2024. The New York Knicks have been firing on all cylinders lately, securing 5 wins in their last 6 games and entering this matchup on a 4-game winning streak. Their latest triumph, a 138-122 rout of the Suns, showcased their offensive prowess. The Knicks shot a blistering 58% from the field and connected on 19 of 39 attempts from beyond the arc. They set the tone early, exploding for 44 points in the first quarter and maintaining their dominance throughout the game. With momentum on their side, the Knicks will look to continue their hot streak against a struggling Jazz squad. Meanwhile, the Utah Jazz have found themselves in a rough patch, dropping 5 of their last 6 games, including their current 4-game losing streak. Their most recent defeat came at the hands of a depleted Spurs team in a 126-118 loss. Despite a promising start that saw them race to a 20-point lead, the Jazz faltered in the second half, getting outscored 75-51. As a team, Utah struggled to find its rhythm, shooting just 41% from the field and a dismal 13 of 45 from 3-point range. The Jazz will need to regroup quickly if they hope to end their losing skid against a surging Knicks team. In terms of injuries, the Knicks remain without Precious Achiuwa and Mitchell Robinson, while the Jazz are still missing key players Jordan Clarkson and Walker Kessler. Utah's rebuilding phase has seen them rely heavily on young talent, leading to inconsistent performances and struggles to stay competitive in the playoff race. Their current form contrasts sharply with the Knicks, who have been thriving on both ends of the court. New York has scored at least 114 points in each of their last 4 games, surpassing 124 points in 3 of them. Although the Knicks hold a modest 4-4 record on the road, they've won their last 2 road games convincingly. This matchup represents a clear case of 2 teams trending in opposite directions. The Knicks have found their stride with stellar performances from Jalen Brunson and Karl Anthony Towns, who have been instrumental in their recent success. This dynamic duo has been the team's leading scorer in all but 1 game this season, including each of the last 5 contests. Over their 4-game winning streak, the Knicks have posted an average margin of victory of 12.5 points. Given their ability to handle quality opponents like the Suns, it's reasonable to expect them to cover the spread against a struggling Jazz team. New York has also been solid against the spread, going 3-1 in their last 4 games against Utah. While the Jazz may keep things close in the first half, the Knicks are poised to pull away and secure a decisive double-digit win. For this game, the New York Knicks to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. When examining the total, last season's meeting saw the over and under split evenly, with the teams combining to average 225.5 points per game. Utah's offense has been inconsistent this season, averaging under 110 points per game overall. However, they've improved slightly during their current losing streak, averaging 115 points over their last 5 contests. Despite these offensive upticks, their defense has been porous without key players like Kessler and Filipowski, making them vulnerable to high-scoring opponents. The Knicks, on the other hand, have been lighting up the scoreboard, averaging 127.5 points per game over their last 4 outings, including 2 consecutive games where they topped the 130-point mark. Their recent success can be attributed to an uptick in pace and offensive efficiency. While the Knicks rank 30th in the league in tempo, averaging 96.1 possessions per per game, they've been able to capitalize on opponents' defensive weaknesses, especially against teams like the Jazz. Utah has struggled with turnovers all season, averaging a league-worst 18.1 per game, while ranking 11th in tempo with 99.7 possessions per game. Given Utah's defensive struggles and New York's recent offensive surge, this game is likely to be a high-scoring affair. The Knicks have seen the overhit in 9 of their 15 games this season, while the Jazz's defensive deficiencies should allow New York to dictate the pace and push the total over the projected number. Therefore, over the projected total is our full game total pick. Detroit Pistons versus Orlando Magic. The Detroit Pistons are set to face off against the Orlando Magic this Saturday in NBA action at the Kia Center. Both teams have experienced mixed results in their recent games and will aim to find some consistency as the season progresses. The Pistons are coming off losses to the Chicago Bulls and the Toronto Raptors and will face a tough upcoming schedule, with games against the Raptors, Grizzlies, and Pacers on the horizon. Meanwhile, the Magic recently secured an impressive win against the Los Angeles Lakers, but fell to the Clippers in a subsequent game. Looking ahead, Orlando will prepare for matchups against the Hornets, Bulls, and Nets. The Detroit Pistons have shown flashes of competitiveness, splitting their last 6 games. However, they entered this contest looking to rebound from a heartbreaking 123-121 overtime loss to the Charlotte Hornets on Thursday. In that game, the Pistons struggled with shooting efficiency, connecting on just 42% of their field goals and going 1-7 for 4-8 from beyond the arc. Despite their offensive challenges, they displayed resilience by erasing a 20-point deficit to force overtime but ultimately fell just short. In terms of roster updates, the Pistons continue to navigate injuries, with Cade Cunningham unavailable and Ausar Thompson listed as questionable. On the other side, the Magic are monitoring Wendell Carter Jr., who is also questionable for this matchup. While Orlando enters as the favorite, buoyed by their thrilling victory over the Lakers, there is a sense that they might underestimate the Pistons. Despite being shorthanded, Detroit has proven to be competitive this season and could keep the game close. As such, the Detroit Pistons to cover the spread as underdogs is our full game side pick. Statistically, the Detroit Pistons are averaging 110 points per game on 45.7% shooting while allowing 112 points on 45.4% shooting. Their three-point shooting accuracy stands at 34.8%, and they convert 76.4% of their free throws. Defensively, Detroit is allowing opponents to shoot 37.5% from beyond the arc while pulling down an impressive 48 rebounds per game. The Orlando Magic, on the other hand, are averaging 107 points per game on 44.6% shooting while holding opponents to 103.3 points on 45.2% shooting. From long range, Orlando has been less effective, shooting 30.9% from three-point territory but excelling at the free throw line with a 78.7% conversion rate. The Magic's defense is allowing 36.6% shooting from three-point range, and they are averaging 42.3 rebounds per game. Given these numbers, under the projected total is our full game total pick. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed. Subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.